All right, so there it is. It's all finished up. I think it turned out really nice. Hey guys, it's Brian at Sign Me Up Designs again. Today we've been tasked with a pretty cool job. It's kind of something a little bit different that I don't normally do, so I figured I'd make a video about it and kind of share my progress with you guys. We've got a company that is looking for a street sign. Now this particular company is in a zoning area where they do not allow permanent fixture street signs, meaning you can't have anything concrete into the ground. So what we're gonna do is we're going to make a portable street sign out of 2x4s that is actually removable, but can also be bolted down to the ground, to the concrete specifically, at the same time. Now doing this is going to make it weather resistant against high winds. It's going to make it to where you can move the sign. It's not technically a permanent structure, it's more of a temporary structure, and it will be up to code for this particular business. And again, we're going to make this out of 2x4s, and we're going to make some channeling. So we've got the table saw set up over here. I've got the chop saw and some other things. Again, this isn't something that I normally do, so it's going to be kind of interesting. And I think I can pull it off. I've got a good plan. Stick around and I'll take you on the journey with me. All right, so here's the panel we got. This is actually a Max Metal XL panel. It's got aluminum on both sides. You can kind of see the little fiberboard in between, but it's black painted aluminum on each side. There you go. And it's going to be the kind of the base for the sign, and then we're going to do some big vinyl right here with the decal. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to make a channel inside the 2x4s. So this panel will slide inside the 2x4s and kind of clean it up, I guess, versus taking like a 2x4 and kind of sandwiching the sign between two 2x4s or two pieces of wood or 1x3s or whatever. We're going to channel some 2x4s. That way it's like recessed up inside. And maybe give it a little bit more stability, hopefully. That's my plan, at least. So this is the basic setup of everything we need. I've got 4 2x4 by 10s and 4 2x4 by 8s. And I think that should be enough. I might need to get one more of the 8-foot pieces, but we'll see when we get to that point. I accounted for the actual structure of the sign, but I didn't really account for the stability or bracing within the feet and bracing within the top of the sign. And you'll see what I mean later. But here's the tools I'm going to use. This is just a regular 10-inch table saw, and then I don't know if I'll need the circular saw or not. I got it out just in case. And then just a regular little chop saw here for cutting the 2x4s. And then we've got these nice black deck screws that are going to finish everything off, 3-inch deck screws, which will make everything secure. Now we are going to be painting the sign black instead of leaving it the raw wood finish. We're going to paint all that black to kind of blend with the sign. I think it'll look pretty cool when it's all done. And one thing I want to note too is that by doing it this way, being a temporary structure, we don't have to get any permits from the county. We don't have to clear anything with anybody. This is just like technically a little bit bigger version of maybe like a political sign or a street sign or something like that. It is movable. It is a temporary sign. It's not permanent, but however it will be permanently bolted to the concrete, but not permanently, because we will be able to remove the nuts and move the sign. So it's a little bit of a loophole to get through with getting some street front signage without erecting a huge structure and going through the permitting. And in this case, he's not even allowed to do that. So we're kind of making something work for him with what we're allowed to do. All right, well, it took a little effort and some creative cutting, but we were able to get the frame all done. So you can see that inside these 2x4s, there's a channel that the panel sits inside of, and that's going to make it to where it has a pretty clean looking border without having a bunch of screws and everything showing. So you can kind of see how it worked out. It's a little bit dirty when we pulled the plastic off of this, but it's looking pretty good so far. So it's getting a little bit late today, but tomorrow I'm going to build the feet for it and build some more bracing for the feet on both sides, and it should be ready to roll. Put some vinyl on it. All right, guys, day 2. We're back here finishing the sign up here. We just got some new 2x4x10s right there, and we're gonna make the feet for the bottom of the sign, kind of over that way. Well, that way. We're gonna make the feet for that, and then some support braces similar to the support braces right here. We're gonna do all that today, so stay tuned. All right, so here it is, y'all. This is the massive structure. I'm 6 foot tall and 6 foot 2 inches, and that's about where the sign comes up to 6 foot. So it's about a good 8 feet tall in the air. And we've got it all supported. I got a few more screws to run in there just to kind of help with the bracing and whatnot. This is where we're gonna run some anchor bolts through here. We're gonna run a big drill bit and some anchor bolts, kind of lug it down to the concrete little slab that's out there. And that's it. I think it turned out pretty cool. It's definitely sturdy. It shouldn't go anywhere. All right, guys, the owner just left a few minutes ago. He actually came by and painted this frame a nice two coats of black, like a nice exterior paint, and it turned out awesome. I'm really stoked to see how this thing's gonna look with this design on it. I've actually made a decision too. I'm gonna make this a 2-part video where I show you guys how I do the logo for this. It's actually a 4-color logo, but I'm using all cut vinyl. So we're going to use all cut vinyl, which will be 4 layers of vinyl on this panel. It's a little bit non-conventional. Most people to do a job like that would use like a wrap vinyl, a print on vinyl or something like that, but I just don't have that equipment, so I'm going to show you how I do it. Super windy too, by the way, but I don't know if I'd mentioned this or not, but the circle right here, it's about 36 inches top to bottom right here, and I've only got a 24-inch plotter, so I had to do this in 2 sections. So you'll see how fun that is here in a second, but so far it's looking pretty good. All right, so let's keep going on to the next layer. As you can probably see, that one fought me a little bit there, but This is actually, all the white you see on this sign is reflective vinyl, and I don't know if you have ever messed with reflective vinyl before, but if you do, charge extra, because two reasons. One, it's more expensive, and two, it's a little bit harder to apply, and technically you're not supposed to apply the reflective vinyl with a wet application, but I kind of have no choice here. I need to get it all lined up. Also, if you notice, the gap here is a little bit bigger than here. That's on purpose. That's not a mistake. That's the way the logo is set up, and you'll see how it all kind of ties together here in a second. But anyway, it fought me a little bit, but so far it's going pretty good. Alright, so there it is. It's all finished up. I think it turned out really nice. The black with that lime on top of it just really pops off, and the Holy City, that's reflective. Towing Recovery is reflective. The outline of the phone number is reflective, and so is the address. So yeah, all in all, it went pretty good. Little things to touch up real quick. If you notice, this is a little tear in this vinyl right here. That's just reflective. It actually had a little crease here, and I tried to fix it, but it ended up tearing. So no big deal. I can get that fixed up. But I'm gonna do the other side off camera, and then I'll come back and show you the finished product. All right, just anchored down and ready to go. That's where she will live. I want to give a huge thank you to everybody who's liked and subscribed to my channel so far. We're just over 700 subscribers. We're on the way to 1,000, just about there. So if you like that, leave this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you aren't already. It's free to do, and it really helps me out. And when we hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, we're actually going to do a hat giveaway, something like this one, and maybe a couple shirts or something to a few subscribers. So leave a comment down below. Any comment on any video will get you an entry to win a hat or a shirt between now and when we hit 1,000 subscribers. So I'll keep you guys updated and let you know how that's going. But let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below, and thanks for watching. See y'all the next one.